everyone, in this video I'll be playing in the Mirandus Tech Test. This is going to be a guide but also a speed run to show you how I get to full tier 3 armor as well as the champion's bow and the champion's spear as soon as possible, which is just about the strongest equipment in the game other than the weapon. There is a stronger weapon but it is way too difficult to get, called the Voltaic Sword. I'm not going to be showing how to actually get that, but I'll be showing you how to get the second best weapon, which is a champion's spear, as well as the best bow, which is the champion's bow. So I'm going to have live split running at the top left. I'm going to be actually running that while I'm in the game. The tech test is having like hourly refreshes to fix any memory issues, so whenever I disconnect I'm going to pause it, and whenever I get back into the game I'm going to resume it. In order to play the Mirandus Tech Test, you need to have an exemplar in your Gala Games account. And, well, if you don't, you're not going to be able to play. Right now, the playtest is only available to exemplar owners. So I'm going to start up here. I own 2 exemplars, and I'm going to be playing on the Green Cloaks exemplar. And as soon as I start up here, I'm going to start up this timer at the top left. So there we go. So I'm going to start off in a place called Narrow's Landing Beach. And what I want to do is make my way to the pine tree directly in front of me. I want to collect a total of 14 pine. 8 pine is going to be used for the short bow, and 6 pine will be used for a club, those are going to be my basic weapons to start killing some enemies. After I collect the 14 pine, I'm going to go into the citadel, go into the farm, and collect some flax. So right now I'll focus on the pine right here. So in order to collect items and interact with just about anything in this game, you want to go up to a harvestable area like this pine tree and hold down the F key. You'll see like a circle in the middle of your screen, and as soon as that circle is done going all around, you'll collect pine. You can see in the bottom right on my screen it says +1 pine, and it actually shows me how many I have in my backpack. So as soon as it says 14 in backpack, I'll head to the citadel. Okay, so to enter the citadel, you want to go to the front of it and hold F just like I did right there. When you're inside, you just want to follow this path, and over there you'll be able to see all the crafting stations. To the left will be the farm, so that's where I'm headed to right now. I want to collect a total of 27 flax in order to craft a full set of padded armor, which is better than the armor I start off with, so it's gonna help defend me. And I also need flax in order to finish crafting the short bow. So right here, flax, I'll just be here collecting 27. So after collecting 27 flax, I want to head to these crafting stations over here. I'm gonna go to the wood craft station first so I can craft 2 poles in order to craft the club, and then I also want to craft 2 pine strips for the bow. Then I want to go to this leather station right here and craft 6 linen and 9 linen thread, and that's gonna give me enough to craft a full set of padded armor as well as the short bow and the archery stand right next to it. Now in order to open up the inventory, I want to click the I button on my keyboard. I'll be able to right click on the equipment. Well, actually I'll have to drag the armor to the slots in order to equip it. I do have a matching box exemplar, so I get to use this box charm, which is going to give me 25% additional HP, so that I can just right click that in order to equip it. Same thing with the weapons, so equip the club and the short bow. I like having the club on my first slot and the short bow on the second slot. I do also have the Pro Fate card. I don't actually know what that does in the tech test. I don't think it does anything though. So as soon as I have everything equipped, I'm going to go out the front gate of the citadel over here, and I'm actually going to enter Narrow's Landing, which is where the enemies are going to be and also the better resources. So if you are playing in-game, you'll be able to see all the controls at the top left. You won't be able to see them in the video because I have live split running to show you how long it's taking me to do everything. But the controls are basically WASD to move around, 1, 2, 3 to use your weapons, spacebar to jump, shift to sprint, control to crouch. You move slower while you're crouched though. And I opens up your inventory, escape opens up the settings, as well as lets you get out of certain menus. What I'm doing right now is making my way to this area where there's going to be a lot of goblins and wolves and also bugs spawning, so I'll be able to get a good amount of materials there, since I'm going to need those materials in order to craft tier 3 weapons and armor. Now the reason I'm not actually sprinting all the way over there is because I want to conserve my energy. Whenever you sprint, it uses up your energy, or that blue bar at the bottom left. If you run out, you will no longer be able to sprint, and you'll also start taking damage, and you won't be able to collect items either, since collecting items uses up a little bit of your energy, but sprinting will use up most of it. So you want to be careful and conserve that. Only sprint if you're trying to get away from enemies to save your life. So that's very important. And right now you can only restore your energy inside the citadel by using the bread stand to craft flour and then craft bread. And whenever you craft bread, it automatically consumes it to restore your energy. So right now there's wolves chasing me. A couple of them bit me, so I lost some health, but I did run a little bit, so I used up some of my energy, and that's fine. I have to use up my energy to stay alive over here. I'm making my way to this homestead over here. It has a tent, which I'll be able to use to heal. All I have to do is hold the F key in front of it to heal. This tent is kind of bugged though, so I actually want to go behind it to this haystack, and as you can see, I'm holding F to heal. So after I do that and I'm full on health, then I'll be able to actually deal with the enemies. And if I take too much damage, then I'll just heal up again. If you get to the correct position here, you can actually heal while attacking. There is somebody next to me, so they're probably helping me attack these enemies. So in order to loot, it's the same thing. You hold F, but in order to qualify for loot, you actually have to at least have done some damage to the enemy. And also, loot is first come first serve for this playtest, so whoever loots it first basically is the one who keeps the loot. So you really have to be fast when it comes to looting enemies for this tech test. Right there we killed a couple enemies, and I did loot some things. I looted 3 wolf skins and 2 onyx, so that's great. I looted from 5 enemies in total. There is a wheat field here. So occasionally when you're just waiting around, you do want to collect wheat. That way you can craft some flour when you get back in order to craft some bread in order to restore your energy. But I'm not going to focus too much on that. What I should be focused on is just continuing to kill enemies so I can get more loot. When it comes to the goblins, they drop onyx, and each one drops 1 onyx, and I know that I need a total of 21 onyx in order to craft a full set of tier 3 gear, which people call it brig gear. I forget exactly how to pronounce it, but it's going to be the strongest defensive equipment in the game. So I need to kill a total of 21 goblins in order to get 21 onyx. I'm also going to need to kill a lot of wolves. I believe I need 12 wolf leather, and each wolf drops 1 wolf leather. So I need to kill 12 wolves in order to get a full set of armor, but also for the champion spear, I need 15 wolf leather, so I need to kill 15 wolves for that. So in total, I need 27 wolf leather. And so what I'm going to be doing here is basically the same strategy. Whenever I want enemies to kill, I'm going to go out in the open over here, see if I aggravated any enemies so they follow me. Then I'll head back to the camp next to the haystack and make sure I continue to heal up so I don't die. And occasionally I will also kill some deer because I will need deer parts in order to craft the bow. But I don't actually need that many deer parts, so I'm more focused on the goblins and the wolves. Now, it does take some time for enemies to respawn, but eventually they will respawn. It's also kind of hard to see in the dark, so make sure you know where you're going. Yeah, if you do this strategy, you do not want to get lost. So yeah, you're going to make sure, be aware of your surroundings. So I will be fast forwarding this. I'm not going to be showing the boring parts. But right now, it's about the same. It's going to be the same strategy, just lure enemies back to the healing area and kill them and collect the loot. So right here, got a wolf coming. If it's just one enemy, I know that I can take them on before I even have to go back to heal. I just have to make sure I hit the F key to get the loot as soon as possible so somebody doesn't take it from me. So right there, I got another wolf skin. I'm gonna go back to heal. When I'm making my way back there, I can actually hold F right here to collect one wheat. And then right here, I can heal, collect one more wheat, and then go back to the land over here. So it's gonna turn day, which is good. I'll be able to get more light in order to see. Wolf did come over here, so I'll be able to get another wolf again. But yeah, I'll just be doing this for a while, so I'm gonna speed up this part. Okay, so right there, I don't know if you saw that, but I had my back to the healing area, which is this haystack, because it's bugged here. So I was healing while I was attacking the enemies. I'm looting them right now. But that strategy helped out so much. That way, I didn't die, I just kept healing, even though they kept attacking me. Yeah, looks like I looted them. So yeah, that's a really good way to attack the enemies and get their loot. Occasionally, I'll attack a buck here that respawns nearby, and that's gonna give me deer parts and leather. I need 10 deer parts in order to actually craft the champion's bow. Right here, went down. And, this other person here killed the goblin, so they got some onyx. So yeah, I'll continue doing this. Okay, so I've been doing this for a little over half an hour, and most of the time, other than trying not to die, I've just been holding the F key down. That way I can constantly heal or loot enemies or pick up wheat. I'm trying to get 80 wheat. That's going to give me more than enough for flour and bread to restore my energy later. So there we go, 80 wheat. I already have 10 deer parts, which is all I need for the champion's bow. I'm still going to need to get the ash. I have 21 onyx, which is all I need for the tier 3 armor, so I don't actually need to loot goblins anymore, although I might do that accidentally still. I have 29 wolf skin, and I actually need, I believe I need a total of 33. So I just need 4 more wolf kills, but well, I don't need any more goblin kills, but I'm still going to kill them so they don't kill me. What I'm going to try to do now is actually make my way back before it gets dark. Hopefully before it gets dark. And that way I can start focusing on getting other materials that I'll need for the armor and for the weapons. I'm going to need to collect iron, carbon, and ash in order to craft the other items. So yeah, I don't actually need any more onyx, so I might loot it on accident. It is turning dark though. And I've used up almost half my energy. But, oh, there's another wolf right here. So yeah, it'll probably turn dark. I'm still going to try to head back in the dark. It'll be really difficult. But I did know the way back. Yeah, since I do have some more wolf kills, I'm going to kill this wolf. And depending on how many enemies are chasing me, I'm going to kill them and come back here to heal. Or I'm just going to go for it. It really depends. If possible, I'll just try to clear the way. But yeah, you're going to see me attempt to just go back to the Citadel right now. That way I can restore my energy. To get out of here, but as you can see, I'm kind of stranded. There's so many enemies. After I kill all these wolves, I should be able to get out of here. And hopefully pretty soon it turns to daytime, that way I can see better. Yeah, as you can see, it got pretty dangerous there. I'm actually on the side. It's me against like 5 wolves. But the good thing is, after I kill these, I should pretty much clear the area out and get out of here. Oh, and also I have everything I need. I have all the wolf and onyx. I have all the wolf leather and onyx that I need, so yeah, I really don't even need to loot these anymore. But hey, it doesn't hurt, and as well. But yeah, right after this, I should be heading out of here. Okay, so I ended up leaving that area. I actually had to go this other route, which is actually faster. Jumping off the cliff. It's kind of hard to see because it's dark. There were so many enemies chasing me, and honestly, I got stuck there longer than I would like to. But now I'm headed back to the Citadel. I used up almost all my energy, but I got enough wheat to craft flour in order to craft enough bread to restore all of it. So I'm gonna make my way back. I got more than enough wolf leather and onyx from doing that. As you can see, it's under 1 hour. All I need to do now is get the carbon, iron, and ash wood that I need, as well as I'm going to need to grab more pine so I can create charcoal, another material that I'll need for steel. So I'm gonna craft all the flour that I can. And need a couple of bread. Got almost all of it back. There we go. So I got all my energy back. I'm now healing this tent. Not the fastest I could have done it, but not too bad. At least I made it out alive. So I do need pine. I could go all the way to the beach to get some pine safely, but I'm just gonna exit out through the front. There is a pine tree there where I can collect the pine that I need. It's turning daytime, so that's good. I don't have the exact amount of pine that I need calculated, but I believe somewhere around... I'm sure if I get 80 pine, it's more than enough. So there's a pine tree here. Before I actually do that, I noticed there's a big group here forming. I'm not exactly sure where they're going, but I'm gonna see if I can follow them and maybe they can take me safely to go collect carbon or ash. Instead of carbon, I could also collect coal, but it takes longer. Because 2 coal makes 1 carbon, and you can either collect coal or carbon directly. So I'm gonna try to see where they're going. And I'm also gonna need iron ore. I know that I can find iron ore there. It's actually an easier material to get than, say, carbon or ash. Those are farther away. Looks like they're headed over here, so of course I'll follow them. I know that there's a spot where I can get carbon over there, and possibly some ash, depending on how far these people are going. So I want to go this way, but there's 3 goblins. I'm gonna see if this team actually heads over there and deals with the goblins instead. So up this cliff, there's going to be a rock where I can harvest carbon. Once again, I don't know exactly all the materials I need, but carbon, I believe I'll need about 30. I can play it safe and collect 40 just to play it safe, but I believe I only need about 30. So it's okay if I go over. Now, if I had the list of all the exact items memorized or something, then yeah, I would just collect just enough of the item that I needed to craft the armor and the weapons that I'm trying to make. So yeah, it looks like this whole group's here to collect some carbon as well. Wow. They're kind of pushing me around. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can collect 30 or 40 carbon, and then I'll see where the group heads off. I could go farther and collect ash. I don't really like collecting ash this way though. This isn't usually the way I go. But depending on where the group goes, I'm gonna use them to my advantage to keep me safe while doing this. This could be done alone, but well, it's extremely difficult. Preferably you want somebody nearby dealing with the enemies. So I got 40 carbon. I'm sure that's all I need. I'm just looking around to see where the group's headed. It seems like they're staying here, or I don't know if they're gonna head forward. I'm gonna collect 10 more carbon and see if I can go to the woods over there and find the ash tree that way. So there's another goblin camp over here. Keep going and try to find the ash tree, but I think it's too risky to do it this way. Oh, there's 2 people. No, there's a couple people coming this way, so I might actually be okay. Yeah, so there's a good amount of people here, so they'll help me take these goblins on. Looks like there's more carbon here as well. So it looks like the reconnection happened here. I forgot to pause the live split right away, but I paused it now. So as soon as I get back into the game, I'm gonna resume it. Hopefully I'm still alive. It might respawn the enemies. Super risky. I should have paid more attention to the hourly reconnection. Okay, cool. Looks like everyone's back. I'm gonna resume it. Alright. We are back alive. So I got lucky there. Usually when the hourly refresh happens, I want to be back on the Citadel or just somewhere safe. But I just ended up being here. So I don't usually go this way, but I could go down and find the ash tree this way and make my way back. The good thing is I have a good amount of stamina and all my health. It is pretty risky because I don't usually go this way. It kind of looks like this group's just going to be here killing goblins. I don't know if anybody fell down this way. But this could be a death trap. Oh, I ended up taking the fall. And oh boy, it was not a good idea because there's a goblin brute here. So I might not be able to get ash this way. This might be too dangerous. So I'm going to run away, try to see if I can find the tent to heal. Okay, I believe I do know where I'm at. Yeah, but I gotta be careful. There's gonna be a ton of enemies here. Okay, yeah, I know exactly where I'm at, yeah. The only problem is there's way too many enemies here. So I pretty much screwed myself over. So, I don't know how I did that, but I outran the enemies. However, I used up almost all my stamina. I barely have any stamina left over. Actually, they're still after me, so I might as well use up the rest of my stamina. I'll make it back to this healing tent, so I will be able to heal up at the very least. That was really dangerous. That was actually dumb of me. Do not do that. So yeah, I made it back to the healing tent, so I'll be able to take care of these wolves with full health. I could have gone another way. I knew where another healing tent was over there, and then I would be able to get the ash tree faster. I took a huge risk though. It didn't work out, so I ended up going this way. This way is safer. Usually enemies don't spawn over here, and there's a healing tent. There's usually a lot of deer in this place. Unfortunately, you can't really see it. I will be heading back here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to head back to the Citadel because I'm gonna need to eat bread to restore my energy because I really can't be risking going back to get the ash if I don't have enough energy. And it doesn't seem like there were many people over there either. Oh, so yeah, that was really stupid. I'm gonna try to wait for daytime to head back because I'm absolutely risking it if I go back at night. I can barely see. But fortunately, there's a pine tree here. I'm just gonna collect pine. I know that I need a lot of it in order to get the charcoal that I need for the steel. So I already got the carbon, that's good. I'm still gonna need the iron, but hopefully I can either get that heading on my way back or I will get it when I come back over here. And other than the iron, which isn't too difficult to get, I just need to get the ash. That's gonna be the last thing that's gonna be somewhat difficult to get. And after I get that, then I'll have enough for everything. So I'm 1 hour into this video. I took some risk. Definitely be careful. I'm surprised I'm still alive, but I'm just gonna keep going with it. But yeah, I'm just gonna collect pine, then I'll try to make my way back once it turns daytime. So okay, so I collected 100 pine. Make sure I have all my health. I don't have that much energy anymore. It's still nighttime. Hopefully it turns daytime soon, but I'm not trying to waste too much time here. I'm gonna try to head back. I see somebody has a Lantern of the Sun that can somewhat help me see. Lantern of the Sun is one NFT that can be used in this tech test. They are very rare and very expensive, so that's not something your average player will have. When the official game comes out, of course, there will be just an easy way to get regular torches and lanterns in the game that anybody can use. Those will have fuel, so you won't be able to use them forever, unlike the Lantern of the Sun, which has an unlimited use. So fortunately, I ran into this group right here that seems like they're gonna go back to the Citadel pretty soon. Now this is the iron ore. I need about 30, but it's very risky trying to get it now. If an enemy spawns into me, I am pretty much dead. Now I am being stupid right now and getting some of it, but if I can at least get some of it, I can craft it here. It's just gonna help me out a lot. But if I get attacked by wolves and there's nobody nearby to help defend me, then I am screwed. So I'm gonna try to be careful and hope there are some people here. I see there's somebody right in front of me also collecting this iron ore. So hopefully I'll be alright. I believe I need about 30 iron ore. I probably don't even need 30. I forget the exact amount that I need. But I'm gonna see if I can collect. Oh yeah, okay, here's some wolves. I'm gonna see how much iron I can collect. But staying here is so risky. Of course, you do not want to don't risk all your onyx and your wolf leather, guys. Be as careful as you possibly can be. Doesn't seem like I'm collecting any more iron though. I have 31 iron. Okay, I know what happened. So I ran out of energy. That's right, okay. I am now out of energy. I am going to be taking some damage over time and I can no longer sprint. But hey, I collected 31 iron. So I'm going to make my way back to the city. I at least got some iron. I'm happy about that. Now I just got to make it home alive. So yeah, that's something I've never really done is when you're out of energy, like, and you try to harvest more items, it's just not gonna harvest them. So yeah, that makes sense. So I'm surprised that I actually made it back alive. I'm just trying to do this as quick as possible. So I'm taking some risk, but you definitely do not have to take some risk. So I'm going to eat 20 pieces of bread. That's going to be enough to fill up my energy. I actually have full health. I didn't take any damage, so that's good. So now that I'm here, I'm going to go right here. This is going to be the tannery crafting station. I want to craft 33 tough leathers. And that's going to allow me to craft 11 leather straps. Okay. Then right here, the metalworks crafting station. I want to craft charcoal. I don't exactly know how much I need. So I'm gonna craft 60 charcoal. Should be more than enough. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Then I'm gonna craft iron. It requires iron ore and charcoal. I'm just gonna craft all of it. And I already have carbon, so I don't need to craft it. And as you can see, I can craft steel. So right here, I already have enough to craft 10 steel. There we go. Yeah, 10 steel. Awesome. So that might actually be all the steel I need. No, okay. I made 10 steel, which is enough for a full set of tier 3 brigandine armor, which is amazing. I am still going to need a few more steel for the champion spear, but no problem there. So what else do I need? I need charcoal for that. Okay, a total of 12 more charcoal, no problem. So I will be able to craft a full set of the strongest armor. Amazing. So all I need here is the champion spear, and I also want the champion's bow. A champion spear, I just need 3 more steel, and you know what? I actually did collect enough iron. Great. So I'll be able to make the steel, but I'm still gonna go and need to collect ash. No problem there though. So I need 3 more steel, 9 more charcoal to make 3 more steel. So as you can see, champion spear, I have the tough leather straps from the wolf leather. I have the steel from everything I just collected. I just need the thick poles, which requires ash. Same thing with the champion's bow. I'm just gonna need the ash strips, which of course requires ash, and it also requires 5 sinew. So I go to this meat stand and I craft 5 sinew, which requires a total of 10 deer parts. I need 1 more. There you go. So all I need is 40 ashwood, and I have completed this little speedrun attempt. The good thing is I now have the upgraded armor, so it's going to be much easier to stay alive. It's still going to be difficult to kill things along the way, so I still have to be careful with that. Just moving my gear around here, making it look a little better. And yeah, I have almost everything. 19 fine, okay. So the good thing, it's turning daytime. Now I have to go back and pick up a total of 40 ashwood. That's all I'm going to need. As soon as I get 40 ashwood, just head back to the Citadel and craft the champion's bow and champion spear, and I'll be set. So I'm just gonna make my way there. So the way I'm going to go is through the wolf's cave right here. This is usually a dangerous place, but also there is usually some people here during the tech test, collecting iron and killing wolves here so they can collect some wolf leather. That's the only thing though, there's no goblins in this section, just wolves. It's a great place for wolf leather, but the strategy, the area I went to when I went to go kill wolves and goblins, I mean, as you saw, I basically got everything there. I got all the gear parts and all the onyx and wolf leather that I needed in just that same spot. And there was a healing tent, unlike right here. They have to walk all the way to that area over there to heal up. And that's where I was earlier. That's where I was getting chased by those wolves, so I went all the way over there to heal. I barely made it. So now, instead of going over there, I am taking a right. This is actually where I came from. And I need to go this way so I can go to the ash tree to collect ash. There's usually quite a couple of wolves here. Looks like they're down, so that's good. Seems like somebody just passed by here not too long ago. Okay, somebody's getting chased by a goblin. I'm gonna see if I can not aggro that goblin. Just see if I can keep going. Of course, I would like to help people, but also I am trying to speedrun this, so I am trying to save as much time as possible. I can always help people after I have the full set of gear. So right here, this rock is going to be cool. Carbon is better. If you do decide to pick up coal, 2 coal is used to craft carbon. So yeah, collecting the carbon directly saves more time. But I'm going to keep going, and right here is going to be the ash tree where these people are. If I keep going further, that village over there, that's going to have a healing tent, so I can heal up. But I'm not actually going to head over there. As soon as I get 40 ash, I'm just going to come straight back. That way I can just finish crafting the champion's bow and champion's spear, and I'll have all the best equipment in the game, basically, you know, other than the voltaic sword. The reason I'm not getting the voltaic sword is because that requires you to kill the wisp in order to get an item called the glowing essence. Now the wisp is an incredibly difficult monster. It's basically like a boss. What some people have been killing it, but the way they kill it is basically by doing a glitch to where the wisp won't attack you. So that's the strategy that people are doing right now. And then after the wisp is dead, you know, only one person can come up and loot it. So you gotta be incredibly quick to run to the dead wisp and collect the essence. So yes, a couple of people have gotten the Voltaic Sword. I just don't know how long that would take to do. So a wolf came to attack me, and those people just ran for their lives. But as you can see, well, you probably can't see, but it's not doing that much damage to me. I actually only lost 10 health, which really isn't that much. So I took care of the wolf all by myself. And I just collected 40 ash so I can get out of here. I don't need any more ash. There are 2 goblins. I could run away, but I might as well just hit these people real quick. Oh, great. There's a goblin after me. And there's wolves. Now the good thing is I have a bunch of energy, so what I'm gonna do right here is just make a run for it. It'll help me get back sooner anyways. I have flour to restore my energy. But really, all I need to do is go back to the Citadel and craft the Champion's Bow and the Champion's Spear, and I'm done. I'm done with this little speed run right here. So I made it back all the way to the Citadel. I want to go to the work stand, craft 4 thick bowls, gotta be very careful, and 5 ash strips. Then go to the archery stand, craft the Champion's Bow, and then go to the metal workstation here and craft the Champion's Spear. Now I can equip the Champion's Spear, Champion's Bow, and I am done. There we go. I have everything. I have the tier 3 armor, brigandine armor, Champion's Bow, and Champion's Spear. So that's it. It took me 1 hour and 18 minutes and 48 seconds, or just about close to 49 seconds, to get a full set of tier 3 armor and these, the best 2, almost the best 2 weapons. But yeah, that's super fast, and people, it takes like a couple hours to even do this. So there we go. That's my time. I think it's actually the fastest time I've ever done. I've done this once before. It took me about 1 hour and 27 minutes, so I beat that record. Awesome. And I took a lot of risk in this speedrun. Things I would not do again. I wouldn't go off that cliff. I would be more careful, you know, getting back to tents. Yeah, you could say I got really lucky, but yeah, I had to take some risk in order to try to do this as fast as possible. So that's cool. I got another exemplar with pretty much the best gear. My other exemplar also has the same gear, so I have 2 geared exemplars. And I'll use them to, you know, attempt to kill Mother with a team later on. I'm pretty sure I'll die and lose all my equipment, but you know, that's it's just part of the risk. So yeah, that's everything. Hopefully this speed run and guide helped you out. I don't think I explained everything. I pretty much jumped from the tier 1 armor all the way to the tier 3 armor. So just a few things I'm gonna explain. There is yew wood that's used to craft the yew bow, which is the tier 2 bow. I've noticed nobody crafts it. I've never crafted it because you don't need to craft it. Basically, just skip it and just get ash wood and craft the Champion's Bow instead. It's better. Like, why bother with the yew bow? It's just a waste of resources. And when it comes to leather armor, yes, you could craft it, and yes, it's gonna help you out. But if you do the strategy I did and continue to heal in the healing tent, you can effectively just skip the entirety of the leather armor. So that's why I did this method, and I got to this gear as quickly as possible. So yeah, I'm just collecting wheat so I can make some bread to restore my energy, but that's it. Hopefully this helped you out. Consider liking the video if you found it helpful. Feel free to leave a comment. Are you enjoying the Mirandus Tech Test? Are you able to participate or not? And consider subscribing if you want to see more content regarding Mirandus or other galley games that I may cover. I appreciate your support and thanks for watching.